So finally we are stepping into the Elementor, but before starting building the actual website section, let me quickly show you few basic Elementor settings and how the layout system works, because this will help us building every section. Let's start. Edit page, edit with Elementor, and now we are inside the Elementor. So here is the page settings and here is the site settings. So let's go for the page settings first. From here you can edit the page name or page label, and then second most important thing is page layout. So we will set the layout to Elementor full width, and now you can see the name is disappeared from here, so we'll publish it. Now let's go to the site settings, and here we will go for global fonts, primary fonts, and then we have secondary, text and accent. So we can see preview them in the site screen as well. It should open. Okay, here you can see. From here we can do it enter, and again this will be the enter, and again this will be enter, and accent will be enter. By default all or text will be enter, and this will be fallback, so that is fine. Let's save it, and let's go back to the typography, and here body text, like the normal paragraph and those things, we will make it enter, make it size maybe 18, or yes, 18 is good, and normal, yes, weight should be default and everything. Let's go for the H1, the hiding. For the hiding we will use Nanito sans, and again for H2 we will again use the Nanito sans. So I added Nanito sans to all 6 headings. Let's go back, and what we have now we have button. So button is already we designed in the default. You can see this is a default button, so we are going to use this design, so we will not customize it, and rest of the things are we're good with it. And another thing, in the user preferences we will click this quick edits. Now let's go for the container. So how we can use the container? We can just click on it and container will be appear in this space, in the previous space. So the other option is we can click on this plus icon, and then we have Flexbox and grid, just like that. We have here, we have, this is a Flexbox or container, and this is the grid. So we have those option here. So we will go for the Flexbox, because mostly we will use Flexbox. And then in the Flexbox we have some options, like we can select any of these layout which have different rows and columns, or we can go for the blank container, and this is the direction. Its direction is from top to bottom, and its direction is from left to right. So we will select it. So right now this is the empty container, it does not have any widget, so we can drag those widget and then drop them here to use, or even we can add more container inside the container. Here you can see this is a container, and then we can duplicate it from here. Here you can see. Now this main container will have 4 other containers. Let me show you in the structure. Here you can see this is the main container, and then inside this container we have some more containers. Here you can see. Even we can add some containers inside the child containers. Here you can see now. Now you can see this is the main container. Then it has 4 containers more, and when we will open it, it have another container inside it. So this is the third layer of nested container. So, and we can delete it from here. I will remove this navigator so we could have full view. So here you can see, just to explain you, when you click on it, this inside container, then I'll go here, I'll add a color to it. Okay, then I'll go second, and here I will add black color, and in the third container I'll go again and I'll give a different color to it. I'll give it yellow color. Here you can see, and then I'll go for this container. I'm just adding colors to show you some difference. Now you can see this is the column container. Like, we can just click on the main section and we'll go in the layout. Here we have some options. Like right now this is the Flexbox. By default the container will be Flexbox. We can select the grid as well. Here you can see this is the grid. Grid is something like a table. If you want to something in the table view, like a grid view, then you can use this. So let's go back to the Flexbox, and then we have some let's see it on the front end. Here you can see right now this is the content width that it covers from here to here. Like this is the content width. Whatever the content we will put in the container, that will take this width. Okay, so let's see what are the other options we have. We have in the content width, we have boxed and full width. Full width will cover the full width, as you can understand with the name. Here you can see this is the full width. Okay, so actually what happened, this is the main container, you can see, and this container, you can see, has some padding around it. Okay, if we will remove this padding, then this gap will be disappear, and you will see these colors just touching the edges of the screen, viewport of the screen. Let me show you. In the advanced, here we have the padding option. I'll just remove them, publish, and let's see. Here you can see these colors are touching to the edges or viewport width. So now let me show you some more options. And when you are in width in boxed, then you can change its pixels as well. Like, you can change the width. Let me show you. We can reduce the width. Okay, we can more reduce the width, or we can increase it. So by default we will take 1140, and that is a good width, so we will use that. Now let's go. This is the minimum height of the section. Like, let's see, I can increase this height. Here you can see I increased the height to the pixels, 960 pixels. And then we have let's do it default. So now it is on default. Okay, Here we have another option. This is a very important option, viewport height. When we'll select it, then we have to give a number out of 100. The 100 means that the viewport height uh, will cover the full screen, full visible screen of the user. Like if the its screen is big, then it will take more space, and if the screen is small, it will take the space accordingly. But the one first full screen will cover it. Let me show you right now. This is not, you will not understand on the front end. Let's see now. Oh, sorry. We will use this. Yes, let's see now. Here you can see. Now it cover the full screen, full visible screen. Here you can see this is, and here it is. Right now our header is sticky. Otherwise you will see this line here, and this red line will touch here. Let's do it. Let's check it. We'll go here in the customizer, and in the header, step to this header, global header, remove sticky header. Now let's refresh. Now you can see, here you can see it's just touching the edges. So this is the viewport height. I am explaining container deeply because this is the most important widget of the Elementor, because whatever the widget we will use in the website, that will be added inside these container, and the container settings will affect those widgets. So you should know about the container, each and every detail of the container. That's why I am explaining it deeply. So let me refresh this page as well, so that, sorry. Now we will it will update the sticky header here as well. Here you can see. Okay, so let's go back. Yes. Okay, from here you can change the direction of this. You can see this container. Right now this is a top to bottom its direction, like a column or vertical container. We can make it row or horizontal container from left to right. Here you can see from left to right. Let's see on the front end. Here you can see. Okay, so let's go back, and now we have this reverse column, reverse row. We will just, when we will click on it, the order of these colors you will see that is reversed. Here you can see red, black, yellow, green, and this is the original. Let's go back to the column, and this is the reverse column. Here you can see it started from the bottom, and okay, the reverse column and reverse rows will usually use for the for making the design or section mobile responsive or responsive to other devices. Now we have these options. These are actually alignment of this container. Let me show you. When we will change the direction, these options will also change. Here you can see. Here you can see this is this become a vertical alignments, and this is horizontal alignments. Okay, the technical words of this justify container and justify content, and this is align items. So if I'll go here, it will be back in its original options. And if we'll reverse, then again this will be little bit change, and this here you can see for the columns and reverse column, you can see for these options will also change. And then we have, now let me show you what does mean of these options. For that I'll go here. Okay, here you can see justify content. Justify content start, it means it will start from the top. Here you can see top border, and then this is the content. The two bold lines are the content and one single line is the border. And when let me show you on the front end as well. Here you can see this is starting from the top. Now if I'll click on it, the bottom border, and then this is the content, it will touch to the, here you can see it will start from the this here. Let's go back to the container and let me show you. This is the center alignment, justify content center. Here you can see now this content is in the center of the container. And you should remember that this is center of the container, not page. Okay, so now this is space between. Let me show you. Here you can see just a little bit, we should change it. I'll go here. Here you can see now this top and bottom will touch the border. Okay, and rest of the space will be divided in between the content. This is space between. Now space around is top and bottom will not touch the border, and the space between the content will be divided half in the top and half in the bottom. Now let me show you this. Here you can see, now you can see this space is half than this space, and in the same way this space is half of this space. Okay, so let's go for last justified content, space equally. Let's add it and let's see how it looks on the front end. Here you can see that now this total space, like free space, is divided between the border and content equally. Like this space gap is just equal to this gap between the border and content, and between the two content widgets the space is now equal. Like all around the container, inside the container you will see the same gap space. So this is the space evenly. Now let's go for this alignment. To observe its changings, we need to give some width to these containers because it play around the width of the content. And for this we will go in the layout of this container specific, the first one, and then I will give it we have 4 containers, so I'll give it a 25% space. Let's make it 15% space, and in the viewport height I'll give it a 15% height as well. So same I will just copy it, and same I will add in all. For copying the style, we will just copy and then paste the style. Here you can, oh oops, its color is also style, part of the style, so color is changed. So we'll make it again we'll go here and then again we will give it 15 and viewport height 15. Now again we'll go here, we'll give it in percentage 15, and for the viewport height we'll give it 15. So we can use viewport width as well for this. So let's see now how it looks here. Here you can see. So now we can observe this option, like we'll go again main container, because these all the elements are in the main container, and we need to, if we want to align these items, these widgets in main container, then we will set up them in the main container settings. Otherwise this is also container and it has all the options just like the parent container. So but we have to align these 4 containers inside the main container, so we will go for the main container settings and then align items. So let's, right now this is by default, this is on the start, but we can make it center and then we can make it at the end, and then this is option stretch, it will stretch around the width of the container. Sorry, no, actually we given its the width a specific viewport height and width, that's why it is just following that, because that will override this setting will override these settings. So okay, so stretch is right now, it will override by this viewport height and viewport width, so that's why this will not work. Now this is the option of now we have the option of gaps. Like you can see, this is right now, this is a column, okay, and this is the rows. So like 1 2 3 4, this container has 4 rows, but there is only one container, you can see this one, okay. So this gap that you can see, you are observing right now, this is the gap between the rows, 2 rows, like you can see. So we will unlock it and this is a 0, then they will touch each other. Let's show in the, here you can see. Now let me give it a 10 pixel gap. Now you can see it has a narrow gap. When we will increase it up to 20 pixels, then this gap will be increased, like double the 10 pixels. We can make it 50. Here you can see. Now we can, it has because we fixed its container viewport height, that's why it is not following saved. Actually this is a very powerful feature, so we cannot override it. You can see this when we stretch it to the columns, then it does not follow these instructions because it was binded to this feature. So now I just remove this viewport height. So let's see, refresh. So actually right now this is 50 pixels. So let's make it 100 pixel and see the difference. Here you can see now this is even double. Make it 50 again. Sorry, it goes to 550. And now this is again, it is a little bit narrow. So actually between the 50 and 100 it is not showing that result. Let me show you between like 300. Let's go here. Here you can see, now you can see a significant difference 300 in 300 pixels. So I hope you understand now. So this is the column gap. When we will make it this way, now this is stretching. We will remove it, and save it. Here you can see, and now we will give it some rows gap, so you can see that. Here you can see, let's make it 50, save it. Here you can see. So I hope you understand this as well. We will go back again to its default state, like by default this is top to bottom, and we will lock it, and then we will remove it. It will back to its default position. Okay, now we have this wrap option and no wrap. By default this is no wrap, and it works with the left to right or rows direction. In the rows direction, we will go here. Now we can see this. Let's increase the size of these columns. We will make it, instead of 25, we will make it its width 40. Let's make it again, let's make it 40. Now we will make it again 40. Again it's 40. Okay, now you can see on the front end 40 means 120 160. Okay, and we have the percentage in percentage, so this is the 100% width. And how it is possible that 40 3 are adjusted? Okay, because by default these are all containers stretched, and they adjust their size according to the available space. Otherwise it should be something like that. These two containers should be available in the top width, first row, because they will cover 80%, and the 40% for this, it is not possible in the first row. But these containers ignored the given space, given size, and they adjust their sizes according to the available space, and given space to all the containers equally. So what is the option now we have the option here, wrap. We will go this container and we will make it wrap. Here you can see, now these will go to the two containers will be in the top position, and two will be in the bottom. Let's add one more. Let's add it here, or maybe here. Now you can see this is gone to the third row. Here you can see. So I hope you understand these things, because this is very important options. Without learning about these options, you can add the widgets inside the containers, but you cannot align them. So that's why I took a lot of time to explain these things, each and every option here, the layout, because this is more important than the styles. Styles is something that will be same for the widgets and container as well, but the layout is very important. So that's why I explained it in detail. So let's go for the advanced. Here we have the most important options is margin and padding, and that is a little technical as well, but I'll try to explain in an easy way that you will understand. So what is the padding? Padding will create space inside the between the border of the container and the content, and margin will create space between the outside the border of the container. Let me show you. Let's by adding some content in the container. Let's add a container, this. Okay, so now I will add the border as well. I'll go to the style, and here I'll have the border, and inside the border we will select the solid border. Okay, then I'll give it a 3 pixels so it could be visible clearly. Black color, that's fine. Yeah, we can give it a 16 8 border radius as well, so it will round it these corners of the let's see here you can see. So this is, you can see this one, this is a default padding between the border and the content. Let me show you. Let's make it 0. Now you can see, you will see that border is touching the content. Here you can see this border is touching the content now. So let's add some padding to it, like 30, so it should be visible enough. Now you can see it created a space between the border and content. This is the padding. So I hope you understand now. The padding will create space between the border of the container and the content inside the container. Let's go for the margin now. Right now you can see the margin is default, which is by default the margin is 0. So that's why you can see here we have the same gaps. So let's add a margin of let's say 30. Now you will see, here you can see this is the space, 30% pixel space it created around this border. You can see this one has more size than this one. So this is the pixel. When we have some extra spacing between the widgets, then we can add it for the custom widget, because in the container settings, when we add the gap from here between the rows and columns, that will be applied to all the options, all the other widgets as well, like between these as well. But if we want to add a spacing in a specific widget, then we will go to that specific widget and we will add the margin to that widget. Then that spacing will be added to that widget on. Now I hope you observe some other changings as well. Here you can see it of the alignment from the other containers, other contents or widgets inside the main container. You can see this red and green are still in same alignment, but it loses its alignment, and due to this container also loses its alignment. So why this is happened because we added 30 pixel 30 pixel margin to all around the container, like outside is its border. You can see that. So it created a 30 pixel space here and here. That's why it also lose its, this container also lose its alignment. So what we can do, we will unlock it, okay, and we will remove this 30%. So now you can see this container is just aligned with this container, with the other containers inside the main section. Now the issue is that this container still losing its alignment. The reason is that still we have 30 pixel margin here, the space around this border. So we will remove this. here you can see now this container is also aligned with this with the other containers inside the main container. Let's see this. Okay, now another thing, we added a content in this container. Okay, we added padding and margin to this container, but size of this container is increased, even increased than this container. So actually what happened, in the same row, when we will increase a size of one container, that will increase the size or widgets of the other container inside the in the same row. So what happened, this is its content area. Okay, and this container is even bigger than this container. The reason is that the actual space occupying this container is its margin as well, that is top and bottom margin 30 pixels, and you can see this 30 pixel increment to this container as well. Let me show you. Let's remove this bottom margin, and here you can see now when we decrease the 30% margin from the bottom, it aligned with its size here. Let's go and remove this 30%. Let's add. Here you can see now it aligned from the top as well. You can see that. Now do another thing, we will remove all the padding. Here you can see. Now you can see it is even more smaller. Now we will do another thing. We are going to reverse the settings so you can understand it. Let's lock it and make it to the default. Let's unlock it. You can see the default padding is also gone, but we will keep the default padding. Okay, now what we will do, we will go to this container and we will remove its border to none. Border will automatically removed, and we will remove the border radius as well. Now publish. Let's see. Here you can see now we have just default padding, and the rounded corners are also removed, and these two containers are aligned. Now go one more step and we will remove this widget or content inside the container. Now you can see all the containers are of the same size. I hope you understand this process. Okay, now let's go to another option. Here you can see after the padding and margin we have an option of alignment, align self. Okay, so you can see this, that these are the alignments and alignment inside the layout. Here you can see. Okay, so what happened, this alignment align items is for the items or widgets inside the container. Okay, so here you can see inside the container we can make some alignment. We'll give it 80 pixel. Here you can see inside the container we have these options like align items or align justify content. So let's do it. Here you can see. Let's do it in the middle way. Here you can see now we have some space here and here. Actually what happened, this alignment is for the widgets or content inside the container. Okay, and in the advanced these settings, these alignments are for the self alignment for the itself container. let me show you. For that we need to make some changings, so we can see that we will remove it back to its default state. Here you can see, because by default this was a column that we selected top to bottom. So now what we will do, we will go to, let me show you this again. So these alignment is for the align items. Here you can see this is applying to all of them. Okay, so let's go to the single container. We'll go to the advanced. Let me show you again. In the advanced, this main container is also having these align self items, and each of these container will also have align self option, because both are container, but these container are inside this container. So let's go and let me show you. Here you can see, yeah, this align self will apply only on this container, the container itself, not on the content inside the container. So you can see that you can make it add here, you can see this. So in the same way we can do with all the options. And if we'll go here is the advanced option. Here you can see. So I hope you understand the difference between align self and align items. And now we have order, another important option. So let's remove this one because it will create confusion, because both have the same colors. Let's publish. Let's see on the front end. That's fine. Let's go here for the order. Okay, let's apply the order here on this yellow. Let's move it to the, here you can see as it is telling us start. So we will, when we will click on it, it will keep it to the start, move it on the start of the container. And when we will again click on it, it will unselect it and back on its position. And now when we'll click on end, it will go to the end of the container, not to the after the next widget. It will go to the end. Let me show you this black one. So we will select this black and we'll keep, click on it. It will jump all the way to the end and then back to its original position. Let's do this with this one, advanced order. Let's do it end. Here you can see it is on the end, now back to its original position. Let's suppose we want to give a custom order. Let me give this one. So in the advanced options, from this we can make it on the start and this make it on the end. I think I explained everything about the Flexbox now, and that was very important. Now in the next video I will start developing from the landing page hero section.